Hello everyone, it is Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Tuesday, November 6th, and I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast. Let me give you an update on what is going on with Hurricane Sandy. Now, I am grateful to still have electricity. We lost our cable and we lost our phone again, and getting into this city is no easy feat because there is limited service. There are still a ton of people around me that do not have electricity. The whole city is still ultimately recovering, and we have another storm coming tomorrow. So this is probably the worst time I have ever seen living in New York, and I hope this passes very shortly. I wish anyone out there who is still struggling, and there are many, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Now let's talk about the world of television. I'm going to start with CBS's announcement that they will be airing Elementary out of the Super Bowl in February. Now, of course, this is a huge coveted spot. It's always a big production which show the networks decide to air out of the Super Bowl. I think putting Elementary there only shows that CBS is hurting this season. This is not a big hit show. It's not going to matter if CBS gets the added exposure out of the Super Bowl. It never is going to be a big hit. If I was CBS, I would have chosen something that it had coming up in mid-season. They don't have a lot of product because they ultimately had the best schedule, but there are leaks everywhere, and I think putting Elementary out of the Super Bowl only magnifies that CBS is on a downward spiral, which is not a good thing. Now, speaking of CBS, and this is not a surprise, the network has plans to expand NCIS to a third hour. Remember, CSI was 3 hours for almost 10 years. We lost CSI Miami last spring. So it makes sense that they want to expand it. Apparently, a two-part episode will air on NCIS Los Angeles later in the season, focused on a group of agents who apparently travel to different locations solving crimes. So I don't know exactly what the primary setting will be, but apparently CBS wants to expand NCIS to a third hour, and I am sure it is going to, which again, no surprise. It doesn't reek from creativity, but you might as well utilize what you have. Now, on yesterday's newsletter, I gave you an update on General Hospital. I keep doing it because there is a lot of interest in terms of how it's doing in its new time period this season. It's doing very well, and oddly, it's brought in a ton of women 18 to 34 that were not watching last season. Somebody asked me where these viewers are coming from. I honestly don't know, I have to be honest. Jersey Shore, the gang from Jersey Shore, which is about to conclude on MTV, they're gathering this Thursday to host a fundraiser to bring in money for troubled Jersey Shore, which apparently was hit very badly by Hurricane Sandy. If you're a fan of Bomb Girls on Reel's channel, they have picked it up for a second season with 12 hours as opposed to 6 this first season, and one of those hours will feature a guest appearance by Rosie O'Donnell. Over at Disney XD, their comedy Kickin' It has been picked up for a third season. And in the wild and crazy world of today in TV history, my favorite part every morning, I have 3 items for you today. Meet the Press, which is the longest running television series ever, debuted on this day locally in 1947. Can you imagine? It's still on the air, and it will never go off the air. Phil Donahue began his long-running talk show in Cleveland on this day in 1967. It started locally. It was taken out in 1970 in national syndication. It stayed on the air through 1996, and Donahue really introduced us to a slew of other talkers, including Sally Jesse Raphael, Geraldo, and Oprah. And finally, the third item in TV history is 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. It debuted on this day in 2001. It stayed on the air for 8 seasons, producing 192 episodes. And that is our daily videocast from TV Media Insights. Once again, I wish anybody out there struggling with Hurricane Sandy, my thoughts are with you. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will be back with more news about my favorite medium, television, tomorrow. Signing off, Marc Berman.